Good morning, guys. Welcome to another video. I had to share with you guys my thoughts of this morning. It's probably about 7:30 a.m. and you guys missed the sunrise by a little bit here in the video. One of my favorite things in life, watching every sunrise. You know, sunsets sometimes I miss because of whatever I'm doing during the day, but the sunrises I see all day because I'm either here, I'm reading on my office, and my office it's all glass, so I see, this is what I see. This is the same view. My office is just right there, you know. It's just, this chair is outside, that chair is inside. So I was just, here, and I feel this. It's a chilly morning, you know. It's kind of cold for Miami weather, but I love these mornings when I feel, a bit of cold. It remembers me when I was a kid and I went to school, you know. And it was mixed feelings of love, hate, because when you're a kid you hate school, but being a kid is the best thing in the world, you know. It's the best feeling. You're never happier and never more in peace than when you're a kid. That's why my goal every day is to wake up and just be that kid, you know. My goal is not to wake up and make money. It's to wake up and be that kid, and help other people, So this call remembers me to that, so I like that. It makes my daily task easier to get my mind to being a kid, But I wanted to share today what I learned about money, after actually making millions of dollars, You should never listen to what people have to tell you if they have not done that thing, right? Never listen to anyone about money when they don't have a good relationship with money, when they don't have abundance in money, it should be common sense. But one of the things God taught me lately is that common sense is not common. Common sense is for the family of God, not for the world. So people that live in the world, they don't have common sense. If they had common sense, they would live a great life, in peace, in love, abundant, But yeah, talking about money back again. One of the things that people that don't have the money don't know is that money doesn't fix problems. The problems that people with no money think they fix, Money fixes exterior problems, If something in this mansion breaks, I can fix it with money. If something inside me is wrong, I cannot fix it with money. Actually, I've learned that when you have problems internally, money actually doesn't fix it, of course, but it makes them worse, And life is all about internal, Freedom is spiritual, it's not financial. That's one of the biggest lies that has been widespread about financial freedom. To be honest, bro, anyone that's talking to you about financial freedom is not free. That's for a fact. Because when I had 33 cents available in my bank account in 2015, I was completely free. I was a free spirit. I was a kid in my soul. I was enjoying every day of my life. I was not thinking in tomorrow. I was just living the present. I was as happy as you can fucking get. 2 years after that, when I met my wife, the first 2 years of relationship with my wife, economically, I was just normal, normal job. I mean, not normal job, not even normal job, like, paid way under like an average income in the US. And we had the best times of our lives, Right now, our goal is to just get back to that level, It's way harder. We can manage to do it many times, but it's not easy, you know. 2 days ago, we went to, I don't know how you call this big supermarket. It's called Sam's. I think it's Sam's. It's like a place where they sell very cheap. You pay a yearly subscription and stuff is very cheap. Just so you understand, the waters that we buy here beside in a supermarket, they cost like $30 for like 30, I don't know. Over there is half the price, just so you imagine the savings. And that, I went with my wife, we just bought waters, a few things. Just that experience and just eating a burger beside in a place, I had the best time, bro. You know, because I was a kid and I was enjoying. And I wish I could make all of you guys understand this thing, but most of you guys probably chasing the money and will not even believe this shit. But the message I'm trying to get to you guys, it's many. I'm trying to just be very concise, but one of the things that the system, the matrix, has literally been lying to you. You know, you've been lied to your face and you continue being lied again and again, is that rich people are bad and money is bad. That's the biggest lie ever. Money, it doesn't have life, you know. It's something external. It's not a being, okay? It's nothing to do with something internal. Money is created by God. Everything is God, okay? So nothing is bad. Even the worst things that you can imagine, they're not bad. They're all meant for a bigger purpose that you will not even understand. And if you try to understand God's plans, let me tell you one thing, you're dumb, okay? Thinking that you will understand his plans. His plans are so big and so crazy and so amazing that you will never even understand them, you know? Even when they occur, people don't even believe them. Called miracles, you know? Miracle is an abundance of love, you know? And miracles are real and miracles happen. So that being said, you know, as the great Seneca said, you know, I am owner of my riches. You know, I don't know how you say in English, but he's owner of his money, of his wealth, okay? But his money or his wealth doesn't own him. He owns his riches. Riches don't own him. And that's what I feel identified with, you know. This mansion doesn't own me, the Bugatti doesn't own me. I own that shit, and I don't need that thing, you know. That's actually abundance. Abundance is within, it's inside you, it's not externally. If you need a Louis Vuitton fucking hat to feel abundant, you're broke, bro. You're brokey. If you need to drive a nice car to feel abundant, you're broke. An abundant person attracts money. A person with money is not abundant. So I'm not saying like the Matrix tells you, don't do money. Money is bad. Rich people are bad. No, I'm telling you, money is great. Do a lot of fucking money. But don't love money. Like the Bible says, the root of all evils is the love for money. And people get confused this shit and they're like, oh, God says that money is the root of all evils. No. The love for money is the root of all evil. Massive difference. This is the key, you know. And the more you need, and the more you need to work in order to have what you want, the more slave you are. the less free you are. So I am not abundant because I have a lot of money, okay? It's because I don't fucking need it. That's why I'm abundant. Guys need to understand, what are you actually really validating yourself with? And this is something I want you guys to reflect on. What are you validating yourself with? What are the people that are in your, environment, in your circle, validating themselves with? And how can you know this? I'm going to tell you right now. You are not going to. So if you look at me right now, okay, in this video, you see me and you see this mansion in Miami in the water. But you cannot know from this video right now, if this is the first time you plug in and who the fuck is this guy? You don't really know what I validate myself with, because you're just seeing a few seconds of my life and a few words. That's not enough to understand what are my habits, That's where you can see what I validate myself with, my habits, not my words, not what I have. And I do show my habits to the world daily on my Instagram. I am LLADOS. You can follow me. Wake up every day at 4:30 a.m. First thing I do, pray. Say thank you to God. Speak with Him. Then what I do is cardio. After that, I read the Bible. I read other books. After that, I write. After that, I hit the gym. Sometimes I do videos before the gym. After that, I'm serving all day the world with the gifts that God gave me. I'm serving. I'm working. I never drink alcohol. I never do drugs. I never party. I don't miss a single fucking day. I am completely aligned with my purpose. I don't partake in nothing that gets me unaligned on my higher purpose. I work to be my absolute best self every day and to help as much as I can to everyone. And of course, these are just words that I'm telling you, and you don't have to believe them, but you can go to my Instagram and check it out. And that's how I live every day. Those are my habits. And those are the same habits I had when I was broke 2015, So that's really what I validate myself with. You gotta ask yourself, what do you validate yourself with? What other people around you validate themselves with, right? So the fact that someone has a Bugatti like I have in the garage right there behind you parked, okay, or Lamborghini, or Ferraris, Rolls Royces, I have them all. Does that make me a bad person? Does that mean that I validate myself with material stuff? That I'm a materialistic guy? That I just only want money? Absolutely not. You guys understand where I'm going, right? So you guys have to start to be more wise and, really understand these things, so that way you can build that person yourself and you can surround yourself with those people. But yeah, guys, love you guys. Wish you the best. I recommend you guys check the free masterclass on my university I have here down. And if you ever want to jump into my university, which is the first university ever created that actually teaches people, how to become their best self. We focus on inner habits, mindset, body, spiritual, you know, and by consequence, finances come, personal brand is built, you know. And these people from the core, how to really build a person that is successful, you know, how to build an abundant person. That's why everything comes after, you know. That's why I built millionaires from scratch in my university, literally, in just a few years. But yeah, it's an amazing community, guys. And we jump every Saturday on live calls, you know, on the campus, and it's amazing. But either way, you guys gotta apply all the stuff that I teach you guys. And I just got a testimony from a follower on Instagram. It's not even in my university. I don't care, bro. The thing is, I don't need anyone to jump into my university. I mean, just if you want to really surround yourself with people like me and like-minded and get to the next level, but I don't need that, you know. I just need you guys to win at life. This kid had 16 years old, sent me a DM from Australia, Melbourne, thanking me for my content. Thanks to my content, he dropped all the vices. You know, he stopped chasing women. He found Jesus. He found God. I mean, this thing is crazy, bro. You know, that really makes me happy, you know. And that's what I do. Love you guys. See you next video. Let's get it.